What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome to episode number 26 of the Reviewpoint podcast, coming to you from fanboysanonymous.com. I'm Tony Mango, your host for this evening, and joining me on the panel is Shaun Walker. What's up, Shaun?
I'm all good.
So, if you're unfamiliar with what Reviewpoint is, it's pretty simple. Talk about the hits and misses of whatever we're talking about for that episode, and this time around, our target is Season 2 of the Marvel Netflix television series Daredevil. It came out the other night, actually the other morning. Actually, what time did it come out on your end? Because they're in the UK, it's different.
I have no idea, but I woke up at 8 o'clock and I saw my mate was on Netflix and they said that he was watching a TV show and I was like, I wonder what he's watching. So I went on Netflix. I was like, oh yeah, Daredevil's out.
Well, it was 3 a.m. Eastern time zone. So I got tired. I eventually fell asleep, I think about like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. You know, close to the end, but needed to take an hour power nap and then brush on through after that. 13 episodes of it. Did you watch it all in one shot or did you watch it like spread it out?
I watched it all in one day from 8 o'clock in the morning till 9:30 in the night. Though I did fall asleep at one point, but I don't know which episode it fell asleep on because it just said, are you still watching Daredevil? I was like, yes.
You picked it up from where you fell asleep or did you go back and watch the last thing that you knew?
I could not remember where the fuck I was. It was an end of an episode. It was like, all right, I must have dozed off for like 2 minutes, clicked it, and it was fine. I got the gist of the story.
Yeah.
I must have not missed like 5 minutes of it.
That's probably like the best 5 minutes out of the whole thing.
Probably.
So if you are unaware, we're going to talk about spoilers. So if you haven't seen it yet, then bookmark this, go watch it, come back a little bit later on and check it out. Or if you don't really care if we spoil anything, then you can listen to this. Maybe that you're in the boat where you don't know if you should check out the season or not, and this is going to sway you one way or the other. Shaun, what are your first impressions of season 2?
Season 2 was awesome. Spoiler, Spider-Man shows up. It was all good.
I wish, man, that'd be so awesome. Because they have such a good connection in the comic books, you know?
Oh, damn it. And then the 90s Spider-Man TV show. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed this season. Last season, I wanted to rip my own eyeballs out and put them in my ear sockets. Because
for Daredevil?
Yeah, that's how bad I thought season 1 was.
Wow.
Season 2, I didn't want the season to end. I was like, episode 13, I was like, aw.
See,
I love 10 more episodes.
I love season 1 of Daredevil, but I didn't really like Jessica Jones.
Oh, Jessica Jones was fucking awful.
So going into this, I was just like, you know what? Either it's going to be as good as season 1 or it's going to be as annoying as season 1 of Jessica Jones. I was very happy to see that this actually was better overall, I think, than... But you know what? Actually, I want to specify. Half of this was better than the entire season of Daredevil that we had before. Half of it was on par or a little bit less.
If I have to rank like superhero shows, it goes The Flash, number 1. Number 2, Daredevil. Number 3, Supergirl. 4, Gotham. 5, Arrow. 6, MCU.
You're putting Gotham up a hell of a lot higher than I would have. And I still haven't seen episode 2 of Supergirl.
Trust me, this season of fucking Arrow, anything's better than Arrow.
This season of Arrow is better than last season.
Oh, God, no.
Well, I am a big fan of the Daredevil stuff that they've got going on here, and I think that one of the highlights of this whole thing, probably my favorite part, period, of everything that they've shown us from anything from Netflix so far, this Punisher storyline.
I love the Punisher. He was so good. I changed my wallpaper just so I could have the Punisher skull. That's how cool this was.
Now, we've had 3 Punisher movies. We had the Dolph Lundgren one, the Thomas Jane one, and then Punisher Warzone, which was Ray Stevenson, if I remember correctly. Yeah, okay, Ray Stevenson. And they sort of went like, here's really rated R, here's sort of rated R, here's, hey, fuck you, we're rated R. And I gotta say, I think that this one, the best version that we've seen so far. And it's sort of weird because it's kind of like, you would think that, the movie ones where they can say fuck and they can show nudity and whatever like that would fit it more. I don't know. I kind of think that this was a little bit more brutal in certain ways. I mean, obviously, there's parts of the other movies that are like, somebody, their head explodes or whatever. But shit, that happens in this too.
Damn fucking A does. Damn fucking A. I haven't seen any of the Punisher movies because I've heard that they were all awful. So I tended to stay away from them. But the only Punisher I know is from the 90s Spider-Man. And
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. It's
Where
a step from that.
Where in that show they can't have any bullets, so everything's like a laser gun.
Yep.
And he's got the battle van in that one at least.
Does have the battle van. I like the battle van.
Does Microchip pop up in that?
If you're on about the guy who sits behind a desk,
Yeah,
then yes,
he is in that.
Yep.
There's a little allusion to that in this season. At the very end there, he's got that disc, and it just says Micro on it. It's just like he's gonna talk to some fat guy.
I hope the Punisher does get his own show.
Oh, me too.
Because
he has to at this point.
It was so good. He was hats off to John.
Yeah, John Bernthal. Doing a hell of a job. I mean, they took a character that could just be like an asshole, and they made him seem like he has more personality than that.
Yeah, I always thought the Punisher was always one-dimensional, but shit, this guy brought the character to life for me. He did a wonderful job as Shane in The Walking Dead, and he did an outstanding job as the Punisher, fair play.
Now, I don't watch Walking Dead, but does he play a similar character in that?
He plays a dick, so yeah.
Well, I loved how with this Punisher, they had it where, like, for the first little bit, you can tell that this dude's, like, off the hinges. And then they start making you think that he's actually legitimately insane. But then they backtrack it a little bit and they show that he's got, like, more of a heart to him. Like, I gotta say, my favorite part of this whole season was, if it was episode 3, if I remember correctly, when he's all chained up. That back and forth, that conversation that they have with each other, that's better than that hallway fight in the first season. I loved that whole episode. Like, the debate back and forth about, like, one of the best lines, you hit them and they get back up, I hit them and they stay down. And he's got, the gun taped to his hand, which is, a reference to an old comic book. I don't remember who did it. I'm not the comic book guy out of all this stuff, but, and it's not loaded on top of it. So it's like, even when it comes to that, Punisher still wants to make sure that he doesn't kill anybody. I loved it. What do you think about that whole chained up stuff?
I like the interaction. The fact that he didn't shoot the old man, thank fuck for that.
Yeah, that was good.
And the
a lot of tension in that.
The fact that he called him Red and everything, I thought that was pretty standard. Like,
what's up, Red?
What's up, Red? Can I call you Frank? No, you can't, Red.
It's a lot better to believe that he would call him Red instead of him going like, "Hello, Daredevil."
The devils of Hell's Kitchen, like.
So cool. Daredevil's so Batman though this season, don't you think?
I got that vibe. I did get that vibe, like, but he's allowed to be a dick. He is blind.
Well, I mean, even like the fact that he talks to the cop and he disappears by the time the cop turns around.
That's Daredevil in general, right?
It's just like, dude, you're Batman. You're doing the Ben Affleck thing. Charlie Cox going to be the next Batman in a couple of years.
I would totally be down with that. Charlie Cox has done an outstanding job as Matt Murdock.
He's so good. He's so much better than Affleck at that. But Affleck didn't have much to work with. So,
no.
I mean, there's not too much to talk about when it comes to a lot of the characters that were recurring from last season. Like, they sort of kept the same things going. Like, Matt Murdock, he was great last time around. Matt Murdock's great this time around. Charlie Cox, he's pulling out amazing stuff. So, hit when it comes to that.
Yep.
Now, you were going into this season saying one thing that you wanted for sure was that you didn't want Karen and Foggy to be big parts.
Yeah.
How do you think that they handled them this time?
Foggy is a little bitch.
Yeah, he is.
But I get why he's there. He's got to be like the voice of reason. And the conscience, as you will, for Matt.
Yeah, he even says flat out, "You're the heart of this team."
But still, just fuck off and die in a corner. And Karen Page's character, again, I don't know why there has to be a love interest for Daredevil with Karen. I just didn't like that part.
Well, Karen to me, this is what bugs me about the team. Matt is, I mean, he's the protagonist. He's the guy that, like, end of the day, Matt is the guy. He might have the wrong idea. He might go the wrong way in certain ways like that. You know, Foggy, quote unquote, the heart of the group. Foggy's also the funny one. And when you've got the trio of Matt, Foggy, and Karen, Matt's the hero, the selfless dude. Foggy's the heart and the funny one. And Karen is just what? Because if like if Foggy was the funny one, but he wasn't the heart of it, Karen could be the heart. Or if Karen was the funny one and Foggy was the heart, there's no balance with her. And all she does is talk about how she's, like, she deserves to be punished and whatever. And by the, like, 5th time she said that, I was like, dude, I want Punisher to just fucking shoot her already. Like, she's getting annoying how they keep throwing her out there, because she's the main female lead, so they're going to make her important. But they're using her a little too much with not having as much for her to do. Like, you could tell this time around that they realized that they shouldn't have killed Ben Urich. It was like that. What's the name of the guy that, Ellison. Yeah, I'm looking it up. Karen and Ellison teaming up when it's like, dude, Ben could just do a hell of a better job. And Karen is Lois Lane now?
Yeah. it's I don't know. She just it's like getting your head with a brick wall.
And if they go the route that I think that they're going to go with the next season, which is that Born Again story, that's like predominantly Karen. And I don't really want to see that all that much.
No, I don't want to see that at all. Less Karen on my screen, the better.
And like, I don't mind Karen. I just don't like so much of her. Like, out of the 13 episodes, maybe tone her down like a quarter less than what they've done, and I'd really dig it a lot.
Can we just replace Karen with Marcy as the main woman?
They haven't thrown anything about her in there, have they?
She was like, what, 1 episode? And then she was like in it for like 3 minutes going, "Oh, Foggy, come work with us."
Oh wait, yeah, she did pop up in that.
Yep.
I kind of like her, but I don't know. Well, is she working with Hogarth?
She is, yeah.
Okay, because they set that up at the end, which that was kind of cool that they actually brought in Hogarth to do the whole, like, you guys are going to work together now and all that. I'm actually interested in where they take Foggy for the future. So Marcy will get an upgrade, and Hogarth will be a bigger part, which means that there's going to be more of a chance that Jessica Jones pops up, and they did a couple references here and there. I think actually Marcy was the one that said that, right? The new client, Jessica Jones.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool that they're building a little bit more towards that, but a little bit less Karen Page, I think, could go a long, long way.
Christ, at this point, right, I would even take Josie over Karen Page. I want to know her backstory. I want to know the backstory of this fucking tab. I want to know how much the Matt Murdock and Nelson Foggy's tab was.
Well, I'm looking at my list of notes from something that I was working on before of different characters from Daredevil stuff. I don't remember them ever doing anything with Mila Donovan, who was, for those who don't know, and I'm refreshing myself when I'm rereading this too, Daredevil saves a blind woman, and they start dating. They eventually get married, and she gets all pissed off that, like, his ex-girlfriends keep showing up, and like Elektra is this, like, assassin, and Karen's this, like, total drug addict slut kind of thing, whatever. Karen gets, like, AIDS or something like that, right? Was it AIDS or HIV?
I think she gets HIV.
Something like that, yeah. Look at the HIV. Okay, she is HIV positive, and then she gets killed by Bullseye. Which, no Bullseye again.
You never know. Season 3. To be fair, right, Colin Farrell did kind of kill that fucking character.
They're gonna get somebody really good to play that, I think. So I want Mila Donovan to be the next love interest, because that would be kind of interesting. Him saving a blind woman, and then it's like the two blind people getting together, and then she'll die, or she'll go insane, or whatever route they want to take it. But I don't want as much on Karen. That's the thing. Gloriana O'Brien, that's another former fling. Oh, she dated Foggy at one point too. Okay, there you go. So they've got Deborah Harris, they got Gloriana O'Brien, people for Foggy to deal with other than Marcy. I don't want to see this next season turn into another thing where, like, out of the 13 episodes, like 5 of them are about his love life. That's sort of my downside to it. I liked how this started off and it was like, we already know the 3 characters are together, and holy shit, who's this Punisher dude? And they go right into that, and Punisher just starts kicking ass. What do you think about I think it was like the first 5 episodes? Maybe it was the first 4, where it was just all Punisher hunting people down and stuff. Irish Mafia we got the Dogs of Hell, or Dogs from Hell, or Dogs of Hell.
Dogs of Hell.
Dogs of Hell.
Dogs of Hell, yeah.
So he just blows through them like a fucking tornado or whatever. We were talking a little bit about Punisher before. Favorite moment from anything that Punisher did out of his rampage?
I think it's when he rescued the dog.
I was so glad that the dog didn't get hurt.
I'm so glad that the dog didn't get shot or tortured.
Mm-hmm. Because you can't hurt the dog. Then it's just kind of like, you can kill like his kids, you can kill all these other people and stuff, but it's like, don't
kill his dog, man. But favorite moment of the first 5 episodes, or of the entire season?
The whole season when it comes to Punisher.
Obviously when he spray painted the fucking bulletproof vest, dude.
That was cool.
Damn fucking A. As soon as you picked that up, I was like, here we go. It's not white, but he's gonna make it white. And he sprayed it. And nude gasm came. And then when he shot the fucking ninjas, and everything was right in the world. That, and when he had that breakdown in the
courtroom?
In the courtroom.
That was cool.
And when he killed everybody in that cell block, which was pretty fucking ace.
Cell block D, I think it was, right?
Yep.
Which that's something that they've done in the past too. I loved his interaction with Kingpin.
Next time I see you, only one of us will leave.
And I'm so glad that they brought Kingpin back, because Vincent D'Onofrio he's so fucking perfect for that.
I think at that point when they brought him in, it needed it. Like last season, it was too heavy, but this season, it was like 3 episodes, and that was perfect.
And it gets to show you that, like, he's in prison, but those wheels are turning. He's taking over the prison. He's got stuff in the future that he's setting up, and when he gets out, shit's going down. Like, he is going to fuck over Matt so hard.
It's not only just Matt. It's after Foggy as well.
Yeah. And he'll eventually figure out that Matt's Daredevil, then it's going to be like, oh, dude, you are really fucked now. It ain't just the Nelson and Murdock thing. Now it's Nelson and fucking Daredevil, and you're all dead. They show him bench pressing like hundreds of pounds with ease. It's just like, that's fucking Kingpin, man. None of this, like... you get like I love when people were trying to fan cast it before. They were like, John Goodman should play it. It's like, John Goodman's awesome, but fucking Kingpin. Still got to see 10 Cloverfield Lane, by the way. I miss Wesley, though.
I didn't miss him as much as I thought I was going to miss him in this season. I think that's because like there wasn't a lot of Kingpin interaction, like.
Yeah, but he did have like that second in command that he was talking to, and if that would have been Wesley, it would have been even better, I think.
Then his lawyer.
Yeah, I don't remember the lawyer's name. I think he's from the comics, but it's like something with a B. I think I want to give him like a B name. like Bert or something.
Bert. It's not a very.
The cop's Brett. So it's not Brett. I know that. Ah, man, I'm blanking on his name. Whoever he is. Wait, Blake Tower? Is that it? Or is that somebody else? I'm looking at IMDb right now. Whoever his name was.
I'm looking at Wikipedia. I can't see one.
Whatever the guy's name was, I think that Wesley was better overall.
I kind of was disappointed that there wasn't a lot of Daredevil and the Reverend interaction like there was on season 1.
It was just a one episode, right?
Yeah, it was one episode, yeah. He didn't even turn up for Elektra's funeral, which was kind of disappointing.
Well, yeah, he didn't really know Elektra. But it would have been kind of interesting if he would have, like, talked to him one more time.
Yeah. Like, give me the fucking Reverend. He's fucking amazing. I mean, Melvin, this is my favorite character by far. I love Melvin. He's great.
Dude, Melvin is fucking awesome. And that's so weird because it's like fucking Melvin Potter. Like, I didn't even know that this character existed before season 1. And then I do my research after season 1 and I'm like, okay, Gladiator. Okay, well, he's doing this, he's doing that, or whatever. This time around, the first time they showed Melvin, I'm like, dude, it's Melvin. Like, it's so stupid.
He's great. And the fact that he gives the stick to Daredevil's like, yes.
Oh, that Billy Club. I marked out for that.
I tell you what, there was a moment of season 2 where I was like, am I watching Ghost Rider? When Daredevil was using the chain, and I was like, oh, this is going to lead up to when Daredevil gets his whip. It's going to be awesome. He has a whip in the comic books, right?
Daredevil?
Yeah, along with the cane.
I don't think so. I think it's just that Billy Club. Because that's got that, like how it's got the grappling hook kind of part to it and all that, like what Melvin was talking about at the end.
Mm.
The nunchucks and...
I could be wrong. It might be a video game thing I'm thinking of.
Maybe. I did like the chain work, though. But I didn't like that fight sequence as much as the first seasons. You can tell that they were kind of like that was this version of it this time around. Didn't have as much of a flair.
What, the fight scenes?
Well, specifically the stairwell scene. It was like their big long take kind of scene. And it was cool. I didn't dislike it by any means, but it didn't wow me as much as that hallway scene in season 1.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, if I saw this one first and then I saw the hallway scene, I probably would be saying the same thing. Like, that the hallway scene just wasn't as big. It's like whichever one came first is the one that's better, kind of. But, meh.
To be fair, a lot of the fight scenes in this were a lot similar.
Yeah.
To each other. They all kind of like blended into one.
I guess that would be one of the things that I would say would be a miss is the choreography of some of the fight scenes was a little over the top. Like, he was flipping around in a, like, kind of ridiculous way. Like, almost every fight ended with him doing that flip kick. I was just like, dude, you're flipping a whole lot more than you need to. You could just boot the dude in the face. That was a little weird.
Yeah, was there more blood in season 1 than there was in season 2, would you say?
I don't know, because Punisher was blowing people away. I mean, he shot the dude's face off.
Oh yeah, with the shotgun. Yeah, that was pretty grim.
Which apparently that character Finn, in the comics, he's got like a messed up face, but I don't think he's coming back from this.
He's not coming back from point blank shotgun.
Yeah, it's like that's got to have been an allusion to that, where they're like, let's blow his face off, but not bring him back. Finn ain't coming up.
To be fair, they brought back Naboo and he got burnt alive. So
yeah, but he got decapitated this time around.
It's alright, and he comes back alive. I hope he comes back to life again, because Naboo is like the greatest baddie ever.
Well, see, this brings up another thing here. That whole storyline, the secondary storyline for the bottom half of this, the hand and the black sky and
wasn't a fan of this storyline.
No, it was a little too bland. Like,
it was a bit predictable.
And it was also just like the hand fights Daredevil, the hand fights Daredevil and Elektra, the hand fights Stick and Daredevil and Elektra, the hand fights Daredevil and Elektra. It was the same thing over and over again. So, like, the Daredevil stuff with Punisher was more substance, I think. And the stuff with the hand was like, yeah, ninjas are cool and everything like that, but by, like, the fourth fight, I was like, can you stop fighting and, like, build something up here?
I want to know what the giant hole is about. God damn it.
Yeah, they didn't really say what that hole was, did they?
No, he just dropped the torch, and that was it. To be fair, the sound design. Have you got that written down somewhere? The sound design on this? Fantastic.
I didn't stand out to me, actually.
There was a moment where the ninja does the whole glass, cuts the circle on the glass, and then he just drops it, and then it cuts to him opening the window. You can hear the glass smash.
Oh, like after it falls down?
After it falls down. I was
nice.
like, that is point to detail, man.
I'll tell you one thing, though, when you're talking about sound, I'm tired of this fucking theme.
Do it for the people, Tony. Do it for the people.
Shit, fucking Jessica Jones, they skipped it automatically.
Yep.
And that was so good. And this time they decided to put like the little pre-title sequence kind of thing, and that ruined it all because you couldn't skip it. And one of my biggest issues with it isn't just the theme itself, which if I heard the theme less often, I probably would like it a lot more. But they didn't even change what was like the water tower and stuff. Like, nope. I was thinking that this time around they'd change it to things that worked more with what the theme was this time.
There was a point on one episode where I was like, where's the theme? The theme hasn't come yet. It was like 12 minutes into it, then the theme hit. I was like, what the fuck is this?
You're getting like really into something and it's just
that's the one. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I thought that this was a missed opportunity. They could have had like, if they're doing the dripping thing still, which they could have changed it up and I wouldn't have minded whatsoever, but maybe have him like, it drips over like a gun and it's like Punisher's main gun, or it drips over like a sigh to show for Elektra in the future, or it was just disappointing. Like, I watched the first one and then I skipped every single one of them after that.
They never explained how Elektra got the sigh either.
She got it from the fight.
What fight?
I think it was like the episode 11 or 12. She's fighting and somebody's got the two sighs, and she just takes it from that person.
Is that when she stabbed that dude's eye?
What's that?
She stabbed the dude's eye. I remember that. That was gross.
It must have been that, yeah.
That was kind of gross. That was grim. That was probably the worst part, because I don't do anything with the eyes. She actually just stabs this poor bloke in the eye and just twists it and then pulls it. It's like, ah. No,
she wasn't the one that stabbed the person in the eye. That was Finn. The Irish mobster stabs the guy in the eye.
There was 3 scenes where some dude got his eye stabbed. All right.
3 of them? Oh, wow.
There was 3 of them. I counted. It was gross. It was grim.
I only remember the Finn one.
And there was a lot of neck slicing in this as well, which was no. But I tell you now, right? If a bird as hot as Elektra wants me to kill like a dude, I would kill that dude. I wouldn't be like Matt Murdock and be a little bitch about it. I would just fucking go with the flow.
Yo, she was sexy.
She was hot.
Like, she's not a bad-looking woman just on her own. Elodie Young, Elodie Young, I don't know how to pronounce her name. But, when they first announced her being cast as Elektra, I was just like, okay, all right, I'm down for it. She looks more suited to the role than Jennifer Garner at the very least. And I didn't know that much about her. I've only seen her in the one G.I. Joe movie, which is garbage, so you can't really talk about anything when it comes to that. But very first scene that she's in this season, I'm sitting there going, damn it, I'm kind of crushing on this chick already. And she's so, like, twisted and, like, the bad girl and whatever that I shouldn't like somebody like that. But, by the time she's just eating food in the diner and whatever. I'm just sitting there going, yeah, I want her.
I'm telling you, all you gotta do is just give her the pie.
Yeah. I loved her turn as Elektra. I think that this is, well, I mean, we only have one other version of Elektra, but easily this is far better than Jennifer Garner's.
Oh, way better, yeah.
So we got a better Punisher, we got a better Elektra. It's like, damn it, man. Better of those two, better Matt Murdock. Foggy Nelson's kind of on par. I liked, what's his name, Favreau as Foggy. That worked. Karen Page, she was nothing in the Punisher movie, but at least she was less annoying in the Punisher movie. That's one thing. I am disappointed though that Elektra's Black Sky. After all this,
It's predictable.
Like, they didn't even say what Black Sky was.
Nope, just a weapon.
That's just like, damn. Like I was thinking that this was going to tie into the vampire stuff.
I want to know what the fucking deal is with the fucking coffin that they put her in.
Well, we know that that Elektra, in the comics, she gets killed, she comes back to life. So we know that she's, coming back at some point. And I'm assuming what they're going to go with now is that she's going to lead the hand because they don't have Nobu. So if she leads them and she's kind of like brainwashed from how they brought her back, then that's sort of like a storyline for the future and stuff. But they got to use this whole blood donation kind of thing that they're doing as like a means to bring her back, and whatever they did with Nobu all these times. But that's underwhelming for the Black Sky thing to me, because I was thinking like maybe the Black Sky issue is that they're vampires, because we've only seen them come out at night. And if they are tapping into vampires, that would be how they can bring people back to life. But if they do that, then they got to bring Blade in, which they have the rights to, but I don't want to see Daredevil versus Blade next season either.
No. But I don't like Blade as a character.
Blade's okay, but like Blade to me is the type of person that, well, let's put it this way. If I'm going to want to see Blade at all, I'm going to want to see him as a 5-episode thing in Daredevil rather than his own series. But I don't want to see that anyway. So I'd be cool with it if they kind of handle it the way that they handle Punisher, where it's like he's the secondary thing that they're sort of building around. But I also kind of don't want a season like this where it's like half of it's Blade, half of it's Elektra, sort of like half Punisher, half Elektra. But if that's the way that they do that, okay. Just, I would have liked maybe some kind of tie to Inhumans or something other than just she's Black Sky. Why? Destiny. Fuck you.
Because reasons.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. So I was disappointed in that. Like, they did so good rounding out Punisher's story from top to bottom, and Elektra's was like, you almost got there, but you just didn't have enough.
I don't know. I think the blacksmith reveal was kind of lackluster.
Oh, well, everybody got to see that coming, right?
Damn fucking A. As soon as they brought the sergeant on the stand, I was like, this guy played the villain in Flash. He's bound to play some sort of villain in fucking Daredevil.
As soon as they showed him, I'm like, all right, no fucking way is Clancy Brown in one episode as a dude who just takes a stand at court and that's it. Like, he's way too big of an actor. He's always a douche. Like, or not like a douche, like, a pompous dude with a puka shell necklace, but like, he voiced Lex Luthor in the animated series. He was, like you said, in The Flash. He's Hardcastle? Or is he... Who is he in that? He's one of the generals. He's Hardcastle.
Yes, maybe. One of the... I know he's a general.
Now it's going to bug me. I got to look that up.
My favorite line is, I am Groot. It's like... Dude.
Oh, he's Wade Eiling. That's who he is.
That's the one, Eiling.
Eiling and Hardcastle. I keep getting them mixed up all the time. He's the one terrible guard at the Shawshank Redemption. And we're just like, okay, this dude is either the guy who set Frank up, or he's going to be like working for the guy that set Frank up. Either way, this dude's getting a fucking bullet.
It was so anticlimactic as well, wasn't it?
With the one bullet, one shot thing.
Yeah, it's like you had all those tools to fucking torture him, waterboard him, like. But no, just one shot to the fucking temple. I think it suits his character, right? Him doing it that way instead of the torture aspect, but it would be nice.
Plus, they already went through all the torture different things that they could do a lot. So it's like, what else could he have done that it would have really been like? At that point, he's tired. He's just like, fuck you. Just shot to the head. I'm done with this.
Yeah. To be fair, though, Stick had the worst torture.
Ugh.
The fucking chopsticks under the fingernails. Ah.
Yeah. As soon as he started doing that, I was just like, nope, I'm not. Like, credit to anybody who could withstand that type of punishment. If they offered to threaten me with that, I'd be like, I'll tell you everything.
That was another good point on the sound design is when they cut Matt when he was untying him, you could hear Stick and pulling the chopsticks from his fingertips. I was like, ah. Just thinking about it, it's gross.
Stick though is fucking awesome.
Oh, Stick played a vital part in this season, and I'm so happy that he was stuck around longer than like 2 episodes. It's great.
Mm-hmm. They didn't show Stone though, did they?
Nope.
Surprised about that.
To be fair, Stick did not age at all.
Scott Glenn doesn't age much at all. Like, period. He seems like he's aged like maybe like 5 years over the past 20.
It's great because they show the flashback of him training bloody Elektra, and Elektra's like, 10, 11.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to him. He's like, I'm still the same old dude. I just don't age.
Well, I mean, obviously they didn't film that 10 years ago.
They could have like CGI'd it or something.
Right. I think they just made his hair like a little bit longer or something.
Get a younger actor in or something. I don't know. I thought the same when he was training Matt in season 1. I was like, dude didn't age. I'm done.
Yeah, that's true. He's like so perfect at that though. Like, Stick was probably my favorite character in the last season. And I don't know if I would say he's my favorite this season or not, because I really liked Punisher, so he might take the cake. But Stick is like, I was getting worried that they were going to kill him. And I'm like, no, you can't fucking kill Stick. Like, maybe Stick can die in the Defenders, but you can't kill him yet. Like, I still want more Stick.
Yeah, I want more Stick. Give Stick his own TV show.
The Stick TV show. At that point, they're going to be like, all right, we really have like way too many things here. We've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a spinoff of the movies. Then
cancel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nobody watches that shit. Bring in Stick.
Then we got that Marvel's Most Wanted that they want to do, which is a terrible idea. Don't fucking do it.
They got that Agent Carter film.
Agent Carter, which is that isn't as good as it could have been.
I haven't watched that yet.
Damage Control seems cool though. I like that idea. But a Stick TV show, like, we want a Punisher 1. Let's give us a Stick 1 too, but not another Jessica Jones. They don't need season 2 of Jessica Jones.
I'd watch season 2 of Jessica Jones.
I'll watch it no matter what, but we need heroes for hire is what we need. Like, Luke Cage, when that comes out, bring him and Jessica Jones in together and do the 2 of those with Daredevil and just cut right to Defenders. Which, by the way, for those people that were interested, they've got that Luke Cage trailer at the end of this. Thoughts on that?
It was a good teaser. 30th of September. I'll be booking it in my diary to watch and binge watch it in one day, like I did with Jessica Jones and Daredevil. Though I'm quite worried about it. I think it's going to be bland, but we'll see.
You think so?
There's only so much things you can do about a strong man who's indestructible, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, unless they're going to bring in the nurse again.
Oh, they definitely have to bring her in, because her whole through line, Claire, that was a little annoying that they spent a little bit of time on Claire that they didn't need to with her quitting the job, unless that pays off later on, and it's got to pay off in Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because she did throw that out there, that the reason why she was on that bad shift is because she helped Luke Cage out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, all right, well, you got a little bit more of a tie into Luke Cage. We all know that she's the Nick Fury of this whole thing. I'm assuming she's going to be the love interest.
What,
now
Luke Cage?
Yeah. Or one of them. There's always at least two.
I'd rather her be the love interest for Daredevil again than Karen.
I think they're done with her and Daredevil. I don't think they're anywhere near close to done with Matt and Karen. But we know that Elektra's coming back, for sure. And if they do go with the whole, like, Milla or, you know, any of those kind of things, that'll eat up a little bit more time. But I think that Claire is going to be that secondary love interest for Luke Cage. It'll be Luke, Jessica, and another person, his wife or whatever, if they want to bring her back. That's all speculative. We don't know what the hell's going on with that. There was another character that I was going to bring. Oh, Reyes, the whole district attorney storyline. What did you think about that?
I'm just glad that Reyes didn't stick around for all that long.
I was happy she got killed.
Spoiler alert, she gets shot in the chest by some cunt, but we don't know who that cunt was, but...
Oh, that was probably Bullseye.
You reckon?
Well, the first season, they show a sniper, and he kills people, and they don't build off of, like, who it was. And they didn't really say for sure who this person was, so I'm assuming that that's Bullseye again. Like, they're just gonna put him in the background as a dude who keeps popping up, killing people, and then eventually it's like, yeah, I'm the dude that shot whoever the fuck it was in the first season, and I'm the dude that killed Reyes, and I killed all these other people. Bullseye's gotta be in the next season. He has to be.
Has to be, god damn it.
God damn it, he has to be. They're gonna merge his characters. He's gonna be the blind woman that falls in love with him.
But the Reyes thing, it played its purpose. Like, you know, it was kind of predictable.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, all right, I'll go with the flow. Like I said, this season was like really predictable, like, but it was still enjoyable.
Yeah, as predictable as parts of it were, because you knew that, like, you know that they're not going to kill off Punisher. You know that they're going to kill off Elektra. Like,
oh yeah,
she was so fucking dead. But you know that she's coming back too, so it was like, for anybody who doesn't really know anything about Daredevil, it might have been a different story. They might have been like, whoa, they killed fucking Elektra. But as soon as they got to the point where they said, you know, I'll follow you anywhere or whatever, I'm just like, she's eating a fucking sword or something, you know, she's done. But predictable parts, it doesn't mean it's necessarily too bad, because Reyes needed to die. And Grotto too. Grotto needed to die.
Oh, goddamn Grotto. I fucking hated that side of things as well.
Oh, see, I like that. I'm just glad that they killed him. He needed to meet his end in that way. Especially when they revealed that he killed some old woman. It was like, you're fucking done, man.
What an asshole.
Because there's no way Punisher is going to let him go.
Nope.
So it's just like, bam. There's your shot. Now Karen can be all upset. Start investigating shit. I liked how they brought Turk into the mix, too.
Again, this guy needs his own TV show.
The Turk and Stick show. It should be like The Odd Couple.
Turk rents out his spare bedroom to Stick. That'd be cool.
I did like the part where Daredevil goes to question him, and he's just kind of like getting ready to throw the keys into the bay or the river or whatever it is. I don't know what it is for sure, whatever body of water that is. And he's just kind of like, oh, come on, man. Like, the tin that I've got in my trunk can't kill a rabbit, and I'm supposed to be under house arrest, or I'm on parole or whatever it was. And the dude, like...
And then he knocks him out and goes, see you in 3 months. It's great.
That was just like, I kind of felt bad for Turk a little bit. It was just like, yeah, you're a piece of shit human being, but at the same time, you're making a good point of like, my hand's broken and I gotta fucking replace all this glass. Dude, I was like,
I'm so
fuck
glad
you.
they brought him back though. Fair play from season 1.
Yeah. He's gonna keep popping up.
Good.
He's gonna be just like, 1 or 2 episodes per season, however long they do this.
There was no need to cut his foot though. Ugh.
They didn't cut it off, so that's good.
So that's, yeah, but it was still, no.
I did like how they brought that into the mix though with the house arrest tracking bracelet.
I love the fact that it was like they kidnapped the people that he saved. And Turk was on the list. Like, why was Turk on the list? He never saved Turk. Put him in jail. Never saved him.
So, I think I've written down, going through everything that I've had notes about.
I'm glad they brought back Madame Gao.
Oh, that's right, Madame Gao, yeah.
That's the thing. I'm glad they brought her back. They brought everybody back apart from the old guy. And Wesley.
Well, yeah, they couldn't bring Wesley back. He was dead. The old guy, Leland Owsley, he was dead. But I thought they would have brought his son into the mix, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about he has a son. There you go. He's going to be the villain for season 3.
Well, he should definitely be the owl. Maybe they just can't find anybody who looks like that, you know?
Yeah.
A pretty distinct looking character.
I'm glad they changed the helmet or the mask of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because the first one, I didn't like the way the nose shape was on it.
I'm still not digging the nose all that much.
But, and the devil horns kind of looked weird. But the second mask looked fine. I didn't have any issue with it. The
fucking Melvin.
Fucking
doing
Melvin
some great work.
It's great. I didn't like Elektra's costume that Melvin did, though. That was kind of weird. I was expecting her to have like the red dress, but I think that's what she's going to be sporting when she comes back to life.
Well, they had her kind of wrapped up in that. So, next time around, she'll be wearing it. Although, I'd be much better if she was wearing nothing. Out of all the places that they're going to have sex, they have it in the middle of the boxing ring.
The sergeant bloke, he's pretty good this season. I liked him.
Yeah, I didn't dislike him.
I didn't see the Stan Lee cameo, though, this season.
Well, the last time they had that picture up, and I was sort of trying to see if I could find that picture again, but by, like, the second episode, I wasn't paying attention to the background anymore.
No, I didn't pay any attention to the background either.
So, I'm assuming it's another picture. Which is like, why not have him actually do one, you know? Next time that they've got, like, a whole bunch of cops together, show him just, like, sitting there. And he can say something like, I don't know, like, some kind of perverted line, since that's what they keep doing recently.
I like the fact that he actually used the grappling hook to swing. That was pretty badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, saved somebody falling. First time we saw that.
The hospital scene.
With the, whatever those kids are, the vampire kids.
With the kids and the ninjas and shit. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of eerie. Like, that was so weird. Fucking cult children and just no. Just no.
I'm still putting money down that this has something to do with the vampires. It's gotta be.
If it is, can we have Michael Morbius?
I think they have the rights to Morbius, don't they?
I think they do.
Because they've got the Spider-Man stuff. They can use those.
There wasn't a lot of name drops like Captain America like they did in Merc.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. I mean, there was like some stuff in the background, you know, the Battle of New York thing at the newspaper office, and there was a reference to cybertech from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I would have liked maybe some throwaway line about Ultron or something. Because this is after that. This is supposed to take place December 2015. So it's like, you know, throw out something about Ant-Man. Or, something about Civil War.
Yep.
Although they did set up a little bit of that about the whole, like, we're dealing with a lot of these different superhero people here. Like, maybe that's going to be some kind of tie into Defenders. It's going to be like, the National Guard wants to take over, but the Defenders are going to save Hell's Kitchen, you know? I could see that being the case. But I would have liked a name drop of some way, you know? So, you know, we were looking into PIM Industries, we were looking into whatever, something like that would have been kind of cool. Anything else you want to say a hit or miss about or whatever?
There was a part that I really did not like, but I can't remember what it was.
Karen?
Besides Karen and besides Foggy.
Foggy's getting better at the lawyer shit, though.
Oh, yeah. the opening statement, pretty badass. There was, how does Matt, right? Because you got more knowledge than me, right? How does Matt know which drawer has paper in it and which drawer doesn't have paper in it?
Some of those things when they do that, I go, okay, you're kind of taking this a little too far.
You're kind of making this shit up as you go along, right?
I'll buy into the idea that he can hear somebody's like heartbeat, or that he's like following their breathing patterns and that. But when you're starting to tell me that he can hear paper, like fuck you.
When you can sense, oh, this is paper, this is dirt. It's like, wait, what? You fucking Superman now? You can see through fucking drawers and shit.
Like, maybe I would have bought into it if he would have like tapped each one of them, and he could do like some kind of echolocation thing, but not that he can hear paper. I'm surprised he's not fucking reading it out of his like it's still in the drawer and he's just kind of like, go to page 8, you know. A little too precog.
My favorite scene though was the whole Kingpin and Matt Murdock interaction.
Just slamming him on the fucking table.
Slamming him on the fucking table. That was fantastic. That was the hit for me. For me though, this show is a big hit this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Skip season 1.
Season 1's still good.
Oh, it's better second time around.
Season 2, then season 1, then Jessica Jones.
I'll probably rewatch this later on this week, probably.
Season 2?
Yeah. Why not?
I got too much other stuff to do with that. This is Batman v Superman week. Fuck Daredevil after a certain point.
I don't, man. I got to do something to kill my time until Friday. Christ.
Start watching all those old Batman Superman movies.
I should. I've got a Fanboys coming up.
Yes, we do. More information on that whenever that ends up happening, but we do have Batman v Superman stuff that we're going to be doing. As far as Daredevil goes, though, I got to say, I totally agree. Big hit. My biggest hit, it's got to be the chained up episode. Episode 3 was just fucking awesome. Actually, I really liked episode 4, too. The part with the cemetery. That was a good scene.
Yeah.
Him explaining the whole stuff with his daughter, the 1 batch, 2 batch, penny at a dime.
Had a lot of feels.
My biggest miss, I said before, it's got to be a little bit overuse of Karen, and I don't like her being Lois Lane. She's not Lois Lane. Then again, neither is Amy Adams. But okay, that doing that.
Still barking up that tree, dude.
Damn right. I rewatched Man of Steel the other day, and it still bugs me.
She does a job.
She does the job all right. It's not a great job. But I recommend Daredevil Season 2 for sure. If you guys have not checked it out already and you've listened to our review, and even though we spoiled some stuff or whatever, go back, check out those 13 episodes, because if you like the first season, you're going to like Season 2. Maybe better, if not, at the very least, on par with it.
And episode 15 is when Spider-Man shows up.
Yeah. Sure, it was 15? I thought it was 14.
No, 14 is when the Terminator comes back.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. Man, that'd be so interesting. I'd be down for it. I fucking love Terminator. It's
It's got to be better than the last 2 movies, right?
Like, okay, well, 14's Terminator, 15 is Spider-Man, 16's when James Bond shows up. And
18's when RoboCop comes back. And
it all leads to
film.
It all leads to episode 20 when Obi-Wan shows up too. Alright guys, leave your comments below. Tell us what you thought of Daredevil Season 2, what you're interested for Luke Cage as well. If you are thinking that maybe Jessica Jones Season 2 is going to be even better than Daredevil Season 2, whatever the case may be, drop those in the comments. And make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up. Give us a like on this video if you like listen to us talk about Daredevil and you want to see more of different things when it comes to the Reviewpoint stuff. As we mentioned before, we've got different Batman v Superman things coming up later on. Possibly a different format for the movie club. We've got a Reviewpoint that's going to happen with that. I'll do another Making the Grade breakdown for that on the website. I'll do a Minuteman review of that. And we might actually have a fan tracks coming up as well for Batman and Robin. And I don't think we're ever going to do a fan tracks of entire seasons of Daredevil. But you know what? If we get the in the mood for it, maybe a fan tracks of the Daredevil movie. Maybe the director's cut of that. So if you want to see that, start spreading the word. Tell us about that too.
Damn it, because that movie's good. I don't care what anybody says.
Director's cut of Daredevil actually is better than what people give it credit for. I'll admit. The main version of it, not as much. But hell of a lot better than Ghost Rider, for that fucking sake.
I didn't think about Ghost Rider.
That's it, though, for this review point. Wraps this up. Hope you had fun. And keep staying tuned for whatever else is coming your way from fanboysanonymous.com. Review point episode 26 in the bag. I'm Tony Mango. Shaun Walker, anything you want to throw out there for people real quick?
No. Just stay tuned for more fanboy stuff.
Alrighty, guys. See you next time, everybody. Geeks out.